While people were looking at Elon Musk, the owner of a company in China was building something different, something that could change the map of the entire world of electric vehicles. Yes, when everyone's eyes were on Tesla, the CEO of BYD quietly built an engine whose story surprised everyone. This is no ordinary engine. It has such special technology and so much power that it is no less than a challenge for the big giants of the EV industry. This new engine will not only take the performance of cars to a new level, but will also leave behind all the old problems of the battery. Now, everyone is asking how big this new bet of BYD is and whether it is really bringing a new era for the EV market. What technology has BYD used in this engine? To know all this, watch the video till the end because, as you move forward, new secrets will be revealed. So, let's move ahead in the video, but before that, please subscribe to the channel so that you get to see such interesting videos. First, before knowing about that new engine of BYD, let's understand the plan of BYD a little. The purpose and thinking of BYD have been a little different from other companies from the very beginning. When the big brands of the world were engaged in making only battery vehicles, BYD thought that there was still a lot that could be improved in battery and motor technology. They believed that no matter how advanced the current batteries had become, many weaknesses remained in them. Long charging time, reduced range in cold weather, battery getting damaged quickly, and high prices. All these things always bothered the CEO of BYD. He believed that if all these problems were not removed, the EV industry would not be able to go much further. People would have confidence only when the vehicles were cheaper than petrol or diesel and were also more durable than them. BYD CEO Wang Chuanfu himself comes from a technical background. He worked in battery manufacturing from the very beginning, and from there, he understood the real game of batteries. He saw that other companies were only engaged in increasing the capacity of the battery and increasing the number of charging stations. But the real need was to make the battery lighter, more reliable, and more durable. He believed that if the quality of the battery improved, everything else would automatically improve. And with this thought in mind, he put his research team to work. BYD's research team is not small or weak in any way. Thousands of engineers and scientists in this team worked day and night on just one thing: how to make the world's best battery and motor. They did testing for many years, worked on different materials, and discovered new technologies. They also believed that batteries and motors should not only be more powerful but also as eco-friendly as possible. That is why they focused on technology that uses fewer harmful chemicals in making batteries and ensures no problem in recycling the battery. The CEO's vision is very clear. He wants people to adopt EVs happily and not out of compulsion. People should not be afraid of what will happen if the charging is lost or how they will pay for the battery if it gets damaged. In his view, EVs will be truly successful only when every person can buy them and drive them with more confidence than a petrol car. With this vision, BYD has created its new engine. This engine is not just dependent on the battery but is a system that makes the battery and engine more powerful and more economical by combining them. Because of this thinking, BYD is counted among the world's largest EV companies today. They have shown that if you think long-term, the market itself starts following you. This dialogue of their CEO is very famous: technology never stops. So why should we stop? This is the reason why BYD's vehicles come up with something new every year. And now, the new engine they have launched is also the result of this thinking. What is this engine? Now, the biggest question is, what is this new engine of BYD? What has this company made that has created a stir in the entire industry? Till now, people used to think that EVs meant just battery and motor. But BYD has shown that EVs mean much more than this. The name of this new engine is the Dual-Mode Intelligent Hybrid Engine. In simple words, this engine is a perfect combination of battery and petrol. While other companies have been relying completely on batteries, BYD understood that even today, there are some shortcomings in battery technology. People want a reliable option for long distances. And with this thinking, they developed this engine. The special thing about this engine is that it takes advantage of both petrol and battery. As per the need, it decides on its own which mode the car should run in. Meaning, if the battery is charged and the journey is short, the car will run on battery. And when the battery starts getting weak or you have to travel a long distance, petrol mode will start automatically. With this, the car will neither stop in the middle of the way nor will you have to worry about finding a charging station. Now, let's talk about how it is better than battery. Actually, battery vehicles have a long charging time. Sometimes, the battery runs out quickly in cold weather. And the biggest fear is, what will you do if the battery runs out on the way? But this engine of BYD eliminates this fear because it also has petrol mode. That means whether the weather is bad or the road is long, the vehicle will always be ready. Also, this engine is so smart that when the battery is in charging mode, the petrol engine also keeps charging the battery. Meaning, you will not have to stop at the charging station again and again. Now, if we talk about performance, the initial figures of this new engine of BYD are quite strong. The company claims that with this engine, vehicles can travel up to 1,200 kilometers in a single full tank and charge. Imagine 1,200 kilometers. While today's EV vehicles barely run 400 to 500 kilometers, this technology of BYD doubles or triples it. Apart from this, the pickup of this engine is also great. It goes from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 7 to 8 seconds, meaning it is not behind anyone in performance as well. BYD has added another great thing to this engine: low fuel consumption. The car gives very high mileage even in petrol mode, which reduces the burden on the pocket. And the battery mode is very cheap. Anyway, BYD put many years of research into making this engine. New types of lightweight materials have been used in it, which reduce the weight of the car and also maintain performance. Apart from this engine is also very eco-friendly. Meaning, even while using petrol, the carbon emissions are very low. This new engine of BYD is the best combination of both EV and petrol. It has the comfort of battery and the trust of petrol. This is the reason why people are calling it a game changer. In the coming time, this engine may force other companies to change their thinking. How does this engine work? Now, the question arises, how does this engine of BYD work? People are thinking about how the benefits of both battery and petrol can be taken together. So, let's understand it in very simple language. Actually, this engine of BYD works on an intelligent hybrid system. Meaning, it has two power sources, one battery and one petrol engine. When you start the car and are driving slowly in the city, the car runs completely on battery mode. This does not consume petrol, and the car remains absolutely silent. In battery mode, the pickup is good, and the car runs very smoothly. This is the reason why people will like it a lot for city driving. Now, suppose you have to travel a long distance or the battery charge is running out. Then, you do not need to do anything. This engine automatically shifts to petrol mode. As soon as the battery starts getting low, the petrol engine turns on, and the car keeps running without stopping. The special thing is that even after the petrol engine starts, it keeps charging the battery. This means that as long as you are driving, the battery is also getting charged slowly. This reduces the need for you to look for a charging station the next time. Now, think, the cost of petrol is also not much because most of the vehicle runs on battery. And even if the battery runs out, the petrol engine will not let you get stranded in the middle of the road. This is the reason why people are calling it a game changer, because it eliminates all the fears that people feel while buying an EV vehicle. Another special thing is that when you are driving at high speed on the highway, the petrol engine performs better. And when you have to crawl slowly in traffic, the battery mode is more beneficial. In both situations, this engine understands on its own when to run in which mode. You do not need to press any button or set anything. BYD has put some advanced technology in this engine, which increases the efficiency of both the engine and the battery. For example, when a petrol engine charges a battery, very little fuel is consumed, and the battery also stays charged for a longer time. This way, the mileage of the vehicle becomes great, and so does the performance. Why is it a game changer? The reason is that till now, people were always a little afraid of EVs. Long charging time, short range, battery getting damaged quickly. All these problems kept people away from EVs. But this engine of BYD has eliminated all these problems at once. Now, people can travel long distances without tension and can also save on battery expenses. Another reason is that BYD has used lightweight materials and new technology in making this engine, so the weight of the vehicle is also less. This makes the vehicle run faster and also consume less fuel. Till a few years ago, people used to buy only petrol or diesel vehicles, or they thought about new electric vehicles. But BYD found such a middle way that people started buying hybrid vehicles happily. Till 2020, the situation was such that BYD's hybrid cars were not selling much. They were limited to just a few lakh units. At that time, people also had less confidence in hybrids. But as soon as BYD launched its new models like DMI and DMP, which had good mileage and excellent performance, people rushed to buy them. While the company sold around 1.5 lakh hybrid vehicles in 2020, its sales jumped tremendously in the very next year, i.e., 2021. People rapidly turned to hybrids, and BYD sold more than 5 times. Then, by 2022, it seemed as if the company had made a record. In 2022, BYD sold around 14 lakh hybrid vehicles all over the world, the most till date. This growth continued in 2023 as well, and the sales figure remained around 14 lakh. But the real blast happened in 2024 when the company sold around 25 lakh hybrid vehicles and showed the whole world who the real player is. That means while in 2020 only a few people used to buy BYD's hybrids, by 2024 every second customer started trusting it. Of the total vehicles sold by BYD in 2024, about 60% were hybrids only. Hearing this figure, it seems that BYD bet on the right technology at the right time. Actually, people like these vehicles because they provide both the comfort of battery and the assurance of petrol, neither the hassle of charging nor the fear of long journeys. This is the reason why BYD's hybrid vehicles are selling at twice the speed every year. People's trust increased so much that now BYD has become the largest hybrid selling company in the whole world. Just think, selling more than 25 lakh hybrid vehicles in just a few years is not an easy task. But BYD did it and proved that if there is right thinking and hard work, then nothing is impossible. Now, even people have started saying that BYD's hybrid vehicles are actually the future of the EV industry. And to be honest, looking at their figures, it seems that this number is going to increase even more in the coming years. So, now you must also be feeling that BYD's hard work did not go in vain, and the revolution it has brought in hybrid vehicles is really praiseworthy. Impact on the global market. BYD's impact on the global market is as big as it is today. No one had even imagined this a few years ago. Earlier, people considered it just a local company of China. But now, it has made its mark in the market of the whole world. The reason is very simple: it understood the need of the people. While other companies were making expensive electric vehicles and making them a thing for the rich, BYD came up with a product that even a common man could buy. This is the reason why today BYD is rapidly strengthening its hold not only in China but also in Europe, America, India, Latin America, and many countries of Asia. If we look from the beginning, BYD first proved itself in the Chinese market. When the Chinese government started promoting EVs, BYD sensed the opportunity. Gradually, its vehicles started selling so much in China that it became the largest electric and hybrid vehicle manufacturing company there. When it got success in China, the company started eyeing the international market. The company researched what people abroad wanted. People there did not want expensive cars but wanted a car that was reliable on long distances, cheap, and easy to maintain. BYD designed its technology and products accordingly and launched them in foreign countries. Talking about Europe, people there have been supporters of electric vehicles from the very beginning. Especially in countries like Norway, Germany, and the Netherlands, people wanted to distance themselves from petrol and diesel. But the cars of the companies that were already there were very expensive and were not within the budget of many people. In such a situation, when BYD launched its models like DMI and DMP, people accepted them with open arms. The reason was that the cars were cheap, gave good range, and also had the reliability of petrol. In these countries, BYD is now slowly challenging companies like Tesla. Now, let's talk about America. In the beginning, people in America were not very familiar with the name of BYD. Their EV meant only Tesla. But as soon as BYD entered there and launched its hybrid and electric vehicles, people also started paying attention. Especially, taxi and fleet operators there liked BYD vehicles very much. The reason was that their maintenance was cheap, the range was good, and even after a lot of driving, their battery did not get damaged quickly. Slowly, BYD is becoming the first choice for taxis and fleet vehicles in big cities of America. BYD made a big bang in Latin America. People there were already troubled by the rising prices of petrol and diesel. But people there did not have enough money to buy expensive vehicles like Tesla. BYD launched its budget-friendly models there, and people rushed to buy them, especially in countries like Brazil, Mexico, and Argentina. Its vehicles are selling very well. People there believe that BYD gave them a cheap and durable vehicle that saves the cost of petrol and diesel and has no fear of charging. Now, let's talk about our country, India. People in India were a little scared of EVs. People used to think, where will they charge it? Will the battery get damaged quickly? Or will the car be very expensive? BYD understood this fear here too and launched its hybrid vehicles. People who were troubled by the rising prices of petrol and diesel but were afraid of switching completely to EVs started buying BYD hybrid vehicles. Slowly, now people in India have also started considering BYD as a trusted name. The most important thing about BYD's global impact is that it has put pressure on other companies as well. Earlier, companies like Tesla and Toyota were sitting comfortably. But as soon as BYD launched cheaper and better range vehicles, other companies were also forced to reduce their prices and improve technology. That is, BYD not only sold its vehicles but also shook the entire industry. Now, all the companies are bringing new features, improving battery technology, and also reducing prices so that they can compete with BYD. This is not only beneficial in business but also for the environment because BYD vehicles are more eco-friendly, consume less petrol, and use battery mode more. Due to this, global carbon emissions are also gradually decreasing. Many countries have reported that due to EVs and hybrids, their pollution levels have started coming down. People's thinking has also started changing now. Earlier, people were skeptical about EVs, but because of BYD, they are now convinced that electric and hybrid vehicles are as strong and reliable as petrol or diesel. This is the reason why now people are looking at BYD not only as a car for the rich, but also as a car for every household. BYD has made such an impact in the global market that now the picture of the EV industry has changed. Where earlier EVs were limited to only a few countries, now they are spreading rapidly all over the world. And the biggest credit for this goes to BYD. It has proved that if the right product is given at the right price, people will definitely adopt it. In the coming time, this impact of BYD will increase even more, and other companies will have to work harder so that they can stay in this race. Solution to battery-related problems. Nowadays, whenever people think of buying an electric vehicle, the biggest question that arises is, how long will the battery last? And this question hides three major problems related to the battery: long charging time, low range, and short battery life. First of all, let's talk about charging time. Everyone feels this problem. In a petrol or diesel car, the tank gets full in 2 minutes, and you can leave. But it takes hours to charge the battery. Even if you have a fast charger, it takes at least half an hour. And if you charge it with a normal charger at home, you will have to park the car overnight. Now, waiting for so long every time is not everyone's cup of tea. The second problem is the range. That is, how much distance the battery will cover after charging it once. The range of the cars available in the market is between 300 to 500 kilometers. But this range also increases or decreases according to the weather and driving style. The battery gets drained quickly in cold weather. The battery also gets drained quickly due to frequent stops in heavy traffic. So, people are always afraid, what will they do if the battery gets drained in the middle of the road? The third problem is the life of the battery. The cost of the battery is the biggest cost of the vehicle, and this battery starts weakening in a few years. The capacity of the battery decreases a little after every charging cycle. Sometimes, after 5 or 6 years, the entire battery has to be replaced, and that is very heavy on the pocket. These are the three reasons why people hesitate to buy an electric vehicle. Now, let's talk about what solution BYD has found for these problems. Actually, BYD has coordinated the battery and petrol engine in its new hybrid engine in such a way that all these three problems were solved in one go. First of all, let's talk about the charging time. In this engine, the petrol engine is also used to charge the battery. This means that when you are driving the car on petrol mode, the battery keeps getting charged slowly. This does not require you to go to the charging station and park the car every time. In long-distance journeys, the battery keeps getting charged from the petrol mode, and the battery mode gets ready again. Talking about the second problem, range. Due to this engine of BYD, The car can run for about 1,200 kilometers in a single charge and full tank of petrol. This range is many times more than any other EV. You can travel long distances without worrying, and there is no tension of finding a charging station on the way. The third thing is the life of the battery. In this engine, the battery does not get completely discharged because the petrol engine starts when needed. This does not put much pressure on the battery, and its life also increases. Also, BYD has used new technology to make the battery more durable so that it can withstand more charging cycles. This engine of BYD has solved all the major problems related to the battery. Now, people are not afraid of long charging, low range, or quick failure of the battery. This is the reason why people are liking BYD's hybrid vehicles more and are able to trust them more than other companies. BYD has shown that if there is the right thinking and the right technology, any big problem can be solved. It is expected that in the future, BYD will further improve its battery and engine technology and strengthen people's trust. Impact on Tesla and other companies. This new technology of BYD has had the most impact on Tesla and other old companies. Tesla was the only king in the EV industry till now. People considered their vehicles a status symbol and also believed that EV meant Tesla. Other companies like Toyota, Volkswagen, and Hyundai were also slowly trying their hand in electric vehicles. But their models were very expensive or did not give that much range. It was ingrained in people's minds that if they wanted to buy an electric vehicle, they had to go to Tesla or stick to petrol or diesel. But when BYD entered with its hybrid technology, the game changed because it gave what people really wanted: a reliable vehicle, more range, less charging hassle, and the right price. Now, people for whom buying a Tesla was just a dream started turning towards BYD's hybrid vehicles. This had the biggest impact on Tesla's sales. Tesla's deliveries slowed down in many countries, and people started lining up at BYD's showrooms, especially in Europe and Latin America. BYD started selling more than Tesla. Companies like Toyota, Volkswagen, and Hyundai also came under pressure because till now, they were earning more profit from petrol and diesel. Because of BYD, they had to make their petrol models cheaper and had to improve their hybrid and EV technology rapidly. That is, it can be said that this technology of BYD has posed a big challenge for Tesla and other companies. Now, they do not have much time, and if they want to remain in the competition, they will have to bring technology like BYD. But this does not mean that BYD has become a threat to the EV industry. On the contrary, BYD has given a new direction to this industry. Earlier, people were afraid of EVs. Charging would be a hassle, the battery would get damaged quickly, and long journeys would not be possible. But BYD convinced people that by combining both EV and hybrid, a model can be made that is reliable in every respect. This has increased people's trust in EVs, and now more people are getting ready to adopt electric technology. This has also increased competition in the industry, and new innovations are also coming to the fore. That is, BYD not only challenged Tesla and other companies but also forced the entire EV industry to improve rapidly and make better products. Therefore, people believe that this move of BYD is no less than a threat. But this is not a threat, it is a new direction to create the future of EVs. In the coming times, it is expected that other companies will also learn from BYD, improve their products, and bring better options for the people. And this will benefit the entire EV market. This is the reason why BYD is not just considered a company today but a force to change the thinking of the EV industry. People's first reaction to BYD's new engine. As soon as BYD revealed its new engine, there was a stir in the entire market. It was like a storm in the media. BYD started being discussed on every automobile website and newspaper. Headlines like "The Real Challenge to Tesla," "The New King of Hybrid," and "The Game Changer of EV" started appearing. Experts were also surprised to see this engine. Till now, people believed that EV meant battery and motor, that's it. But the newness that BYD brought in hybrid technology forced experts to think. Some auto experts even say that BYD has pushed the EV industry 5 years ahead. They never thought that someone would bring such better technology to the market so soon. It was as if there was a stir on social media. People started tweeting, "What will happen to Tesla now?" People started sharing photos and videos of BYD vehicles on Facebook and Instagram. Some people were also making memes on this, saying, "Now the time of standing for hours at the charging station is over." People felt that the biggest specialty of BYD is that it is eliminating all the fears that people used to feel in the name of EVs, especially the hassle of charging and the fear of range. A user wrote on Twitter, "BYD has made the path of EV easy for middle-class people like me. Now I am not afraid." The expectations and enthusiasm of the customers are worth seeing. When BYD opened the pre-order of some of its new models with this engine, lots of bookings were done in the first week itself. People were happy that now they would get the confidence of petrol as well as the comfort of battery. Especially those people showed a lot of enthusiasm who were tired of spending thousands of rupees on petrol every month. And for those who were not able to trust EVs completely, this hybrid system became a perfect option. Many people were booking their cars only after going to the dealership and taking a test drive. Seeing the crowd of people at BYD showrooms and the running around of the salesmen, it was clear how much enthusiasm people had about this engine. BYD's future preparations. BYD's CEO has called this engine just a beginning. He says that this is just the first step. In the coming 2 to 3 years, his plan is to improve this technology further and make it available to more and more people. BYD is currently testing many new models that will be based on this new engine. These include some sedans, SUVs, and even compact hatchbacks. According to reports, BYD will soon launch a hybrid version of its flagship luxury SUV, which will be perfect for large families and long-distance travel enthusiasts. Apart from this, work is also going on an affordable compact car that middle-class people can easily buy. BYD's next big plan is also to launch vehicles with its new engine in other countries. The company is going to launch many new models in India, Europe, and America by next year. One of the special strategies of BYD is to strengthen its battery technology so that the cost of the battery can be reduced further in the future and the price of the vehicles can become cheaper. Along with this, the company is now working on increasing the efficiency of the motor along with the battery and reducing the weight of the vehicles. Overall, BYD has not only sold a vehicle through this engine but has also sold trust to the people. From media to social media, from customers to experts, everyone is considering this technology as a new direction for the EV industry. BYD has convinced people that buying an EV is not a risk but a smart decision. And now, when the company's next plan is also ready and a glimpse of new models has come out, the enthusiasm of the people has increased further. In the coming time, BYD will not only be a part of the EV market, it may become the new king of the market. And looking at the expectations of the people, it seems that this is possible. So now, it remains to be seen how other companies respond to this challenge. But for now, BYD is ruling the roost. If you like this information of ours, then do like the video and write your opinion in the comments. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel to see more such interesting videos first. Thank you.